Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I have a review of another Jeff Dunham special. Now, I remember reviewing Relative Disaster on Netflix a while back, a year or so ago, and I wanted to come back and review this one. And this was done in 2012. Well, Relative Disaster was, I think, released right at that time on Netflix, I think. This one was different. He went with a Halloween approach. And I think this was shot in 2012. I didn't hear this one. I've seen some other ones, but I didn't ever seen this one. And I saw it on YouTube. On Netflix. I said, well, I probably should review it, watch it, review it. And it starts off in the theater, really great set. Like an old, like a haunted house type thing where you see the staircase. Or like a classic horror film, the bookcase and stuff like that. Very well built set. And it starts off with him, Jeff Dunham, coming up, and usually when he does a comedy show, he comes up and does like a stand-up bit, and then he brings out the dummies, the ventriloquist dummies. And the stand-up bit was really good. He talked about Halloween and scaring people, liking to scaring people, and his daughter was really good at it. And his dog actually scared people when he's in his little shark outfit. And then he brought out and he said it was like a Halloween, he wanted to do like a Halloween themed thing. And all the ventriloquist dummies he had were dressed in Halloween type outfits. And it was cool. They did like a little, mini movie introducing each character. And the first one was Walter as Frankenstein. And the thing was really clever. And Walter as Frankenstein was actually pretty good and entertaining. Now, after that, they had, but it wasn't like true Walter, though. He was kind of like doing a little bit different. He wasn't like as grumpy as he usually was. And one thing I said, they always consider that family friendly. Say there's a family friendly show. They dropped the F-bomb about like 12 or 13 times in this one, so it definitely wasn't kid friendly or PG-13. It would be R-rated TVMA. And I was surprised whenever I saw that Relative Disaster started dropping the F-bomb and said I thought he was at least PG-13, PG-13. Yeah, I remember my sister wanted to go see him in Erie, and I think they saw him telling they wanted $80 for a ticket, and they said, no way. I remember my nephew got a Ahmed the Dead Terrorist doll for $60, and the size of the ventriloquist dummy, my sister was disappointed that it just said sayings. It wasn't an actual working ventriloquist dummy. That would have been really cool for $60. That's a lot of money you spend on just a articulated doll that just does a couple sayings, and that's it. It doesn't have a thing where you can move the mouth. Now, it might not have the articulated eyebrows or the eyes move back and forth. That probably been worse, but at least the moving mouth would have been really cool. So, and like a little book of ventriloquism for my nephew. That would have been awesome. Yeah, that was a long time ago. And the second thing was Bubba J. I was never really a big fan of Bubba J. Because, I had liked Jeff Dunham for the longest time, and then he started introducing new characters that weren't funny. Especially the pimp. The pimp sucks. The pimp will always suck. It's not funny at all. Bubba J is like, I didn't care for him like a redneck version of Mortimer Snerd. Mortimer Snerd was one of Edgar Bergen's dummy create, and he was really funny. Along with Charlie McCarthy. Charlie McCarthy was funny too, but Bubba J, I never thought he was funny. And he played like a vampire. A little mini movie before him was alright. And then he had like a big tooth, and that part dragged. And then after that, they had like they left the whole monster thing. They went superhero when they had Peanut was on there. Peanut was like his biggest creation back then. That's where he usually used him to end the show. And Peanut was named Batnut, and then his sidekick was Jalapeno, and that was actually pretty good. But a lot of times it was like really mean-spirited, trying to insult each other. And instead of like doing like jokes interacting with the audience, they barely interact with the audience at all. But that was actually pretty good. And then they ended with Ahmed the Dare Terrorist as a woman, dressed as a woman, which was really weird. I mean, and it was kind of like being kind of risque and stuff like that. But I mean, that was kind of weird, but it was all right. And then he ended showing his Chihuahua with the shark costume on, which I thought was pretty cool. Overall, it was much better than Relative Disaster. I got a lot of hate for not liking that one. This one was good. The first half was really good. And whenever Bubba J came on, it started to go tank a little bit. Then Peanut and the Jalapeno were alright, and Ahmed was okay. So I give it like a 6.75 out of 10 for Jeff Dunham's Mining the Monsters. It's a very different idea, like a Halloween themed Jeff Dunham show, which I thought I liked that. I wish it would have been funnier, you know. But I mean, it seemed like all the characters were completely different. They were just trying to insult each other, kind of. It wasn't like how he first started out, which much funnier material. But I mean, most of it was good. His stand-up was great before he brought dummies. So I hope you liked this video, everybody. Until next time, please, take care, Malik. Right, Maggie? Good girl. She's a good kitty.